For you as a GC, the work comp policy is a legal defense policy. It's got nothing to do with healthcare at all. It's got nothing to do with injury protection. Because if you hire a sub who has work comp coverage, and that sub has either employees or downstream subs that work for them, and one of those people gets hurt on the job, and they end up in the emergency room, and when they're in the emergency, who'd you work for? I work for your company. That's what they tell them. I was on a job for him. The hospital puts your name down on that form. When the lawsuit is filed, you're going to be named in it, even if they know that the downstream sub carries the work comp policy. But if that flooring guy hired a sub for the installation, and one of the sub's people got hurt, and the sub has work comp, and a lawsuit starts, and everybody knows that the sub's policy is going to pay, and the general is going to have no liability, and nobody questions whether the general has any liability or not. The general still is going to have to hire an attorney to attend all the depositions, to attend all the hearings, to attend all the settlement discussions until that thing is finally resolved. Because if you don't attend them, you're a defendant in the case and you don't know what's happening. And so you may not incur any costs related to the injury, but you're going to incur all the medical, all the legal expenses. And if you've got your own work comp policy with no employees on it, your work comp policy steps in and provides the defense. They visit everything. And those policies will cost you typically $750 to set up. You go through the year with no payroll. You do the audit at the end of the year, no payroll, you get $500 of it back. So it's about $250 a year to have that policy in place. And it's not there to protect injured workers. It's there to give you a legal defense. That's why you want it there. And that's the same thing you want to be telling those subcontractors who are the one-man shows coming to you saying, why do I have to carry it? I don't have to carry it. You can explain the same thing to them. You're right, you don't have to carry it to protect workers, or because you don't have any. But if you ever hired a sub, if you ever did any of these other things, and one of the things that you should be thinking as a general who hires subcontractors is you don't know when the sub you hired is going to, this one day, grab the high school kid down in the corner to help him hold up the ductwork. And while he's standing on the 5-gallon overturned bucket, falls off and blows out his ACL. So all these years, you know he's a one-man show, he doesn't have employees, but this day on this job, because you're not there, most of residential stuff, you're not on the job site every day. You just don't know. So carrying one is really something valuable for you to have.